Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shimrath Plays Caves of Qud. We are continuing our adventures with our character called Yishwamod. Yishwamod the frog-headed merchant, the slime weeping merchant, the heat-generating merchant, retired from merchant life and now questing across the wastelands of Qud in search of cultists of the Sightless Way to destroy. We had a pretty good session last time. We found the Snapjaw Fort, which is sort of the waypoint, the landmark that we need to find our first quest location. And we fought all the Snapjaws inside and outside and looted all of their treasure and managed not to get killed. So we've done well. First things first, a quick review of our character. I'm going to press lowercase a and it's going to show our mutations. And this is just really only to remind me what we do. We have two major abilities that we use, which are Spit Slime and Toast, right? We're pyrokinetic, so we have the ability to toast our enemies with fire. And we also have the ability to split slime and create a pool of slime kind of nearby, which can sort of make some terrain that the creatures have to sometimes go around. As an emergency, at backup, we can summon the space-time vortex and try to suck our enemies away to a random part of the world so that we don't have to deal with them beating us up anymore. Telepathy, so that will help us. Telepathy. I don't know really why I'm looking on this menu. The best thing to do really is to just click our character sheet and look at it here. Pyrokinesis, slime glands, sense psychic. Those things. Sense psychic will help us see anybody with psychic powers on in a certain distance. Space-time vortex as a last chance, a last ditch effort. Night vision, so we don't have to carry any torches and stuff around, and telepathy, so we can talk to people even though we're not adjacent to them. We do have some skill points. We have 258 skill points and 2 mutation points. I believe that our 2 mutations that we can raise are actually maxed out at this point. We can press M to find out. Oh, oops, never mind. M is by a new random mutation. Can't do that. What we can do is go over here and see if we can raise it. May not advance the rank yet. And these ones, I don't think get better. Sense Psychic, we don't have the ability. It will cost 1 mutation point to increase the space. So we only use this as an emergency, in a case of an emergency. So I don't think we're going to actually up that. We'll just try to get 4 points and maybe get a new mutation instead. Another thing, we don't have attribute points. As far as skill points go, we can tab over to the skills chart and we can... oops, no, I don't want to buy cooking. I'm going to close these up just so that we can see them all. This is the one we want to get because we have 2 long swords, 1 in each hand. And if we get another almost 50 points, we will be able to purchase dual wield, and then dual wield will immediately give us flurry and offhand strikes, which is cool, right? So we'll have a better chance of using both of our hands when we're fighting. The reason I opened the character sheet is this. I haven't played between the last episode and this episode. It's actually been a couple of weeks of real time. I haven't been playing Caves of Qud that much. And the reason I wanted to look at all that stuff was essentially just to remind me what the character has at his disposal, right? So I don't want to kind of go into this blind. Another thing I'll probably do now is look at what we have equipped. Yeah, so we have, the folded carbide longsword and the carbide longsword. We're shooting with a masterwork bow. We do have a time dilation grenade in case we need that. And then we have a bunch of different types of ammo. And looks like we've got some interesting stuff that we can wear on our head, but we already have a nullworm skull on. Another high explosive grenade, and then a bunch of different weapons which are not as good as the swords that we're currently using. We also have a musket, but I think the bow has been a little more trusty. The musket does a lot more damage. A D8 is definitely a lot more than a D2, but I feel like, I don't know if bow is more accurate or not. I don't really know if there's any way to figure that out. 8 penetration and a D8 damage, and it is a bow and rifle. The accuracy is low. When we look at if we look at our short bow, it is 4 penetration and a D4, so it's basically half of the other thing. Its accuracy is also low, but it scores critical hits twice as often. It's a simple recurve bow made from the stiff leg bones of a salt hopper. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think in our first run through with Hashrashram, he kept shooting innocent creatures that were nearby, and that just sort of kind of turned me off of the musket. But the musket may actually be the superior weapon to be using currently. But we're gonna shoot a bow anyway. What the heck? I will be right back. I'm gonna pause and edit this portion of the video out, because I need to set up a timer so that I don't go for more than 30 minutes. I think it's been at least 5 minutes, so we'll want to stop around 25. Okay, so let's get going. Let's look at L. No, L apparently is lock. No, it's look. F1, lock, space to interact. Alright, I'll probably just edit this out too. Okay, let us be on our way. You might ask, where are we going? And in order to determine that, I will go to our journal, our quests. We're not looking for Dur. We're looking for this, I believe. The workshop of Mu Shwashrock, legendary gunsmith. Locate the workshop located west along the river that runs through a Snapjaw fort. Okay, so that's where we're at. And it's located west along that river. So we want to go west. W, is that how you walk? Yeah. Lowercase w followed by a specific direction will just send you walking in that direction. I think I may have already covered this, but that is much preferable to holding down the arrow key of the direction you want to run. The reason for that being is that you will hold down the button and run into something dangerous, and before you realize it, 2 or 3 or 4 turns of combat will elapse and you will be dead before you take your hand off that directional key. So the easier thing to do is just walk. Okay, I see Snapjaws. So it's fight time. I don't want to shoot that Snapjaw directly to the west of me because I don't want to accidentally hit the dragonfly and make it mad. But I may fire my bow at this one instead. Don't know if it worked. Let's try again. Alright, and now we're in hand-to-hand combat, so we're going to go ahead and use the swords. Alright, he dead. He's dead, Jim. Back up to this one. Again, not wanting to... Oops. We got hit. We hit for 2 points. Okay. Alright. Snapjaw's down, the ones that are close by. Let's see what happens if I look. Can I look? That's a corpse, but it doesn't tell you what. Does it tell you what? Somebody died. It wasn't me. A glow crow died. I picked up a fractured microchip, and what else is here? Iron short sword. Are we carrying this stuff around? Might as well. Anything iron, I guess we'll carry around. Bronze weapons. Alright. There's some battling going on, but my business lies to the west, so I'm not going to worry too much about it unless somebody rolls up on us like that. Nothing interesting. Yishwamod, perpetually covered in slime. I feel like this road leads to the workshop, so let's just follow this road, and we don't have to get into the salty water and see where it takes us. So there's a creature stuck to the side of the wall. Let's look at it. There's shale here. Clay and quartz were dried and smashed into the red rock excuse me, that's been quarried by hill folk for thousands after thousands of years. There's also a creature stuck to it, but apparently I can't look at the creature at the same time. So let's try firing an arrow at it. You hit the jilted lever for 1 damage. So it is a jilted lever. The jilted lever misses you with their thorns, so I think this is a plant that can only attack you if you're close to it. There we go. I have destroyed it. I would like to have looked at it and read the description, but it didn't work out. We're going to take a break while I clear my throat. It's a good thing we have a good editor. All right, and we will continue to the west. I believe these salamanders are okay. Yeah, they are neutral to us. Ovoid spots, crimson and coral and citrine, run the course of his torso and head. A beautiful creature. Oh, that, on the other hand, is not a beautiful creature. That is a big old boar. Alright, I wanted to get a little bit away so I don't shoot the other creature instead by accident. We're going to shoot a couple arrows in it. And then I guess we're going to go toe-to-toe with this boar and see if we can beat it up. Alright, traded blows. I'm down to 15 hit points. In case you haven't noticed, which I'm sure you have, there's 2 bars here. One, this tells you your current hit points, but also the bar represents like your total and how much you currently have. Same with this gray bar, except that it will just increase as you gain experience points. When you hit full, you go to the next level. It also has a numerical value there as well. So cool. And then, as you've seen when I've gotten hurt before, there is a pop-up that comes up and tells you you're at 40% of your hit points, and you can go into the options and set that for higher or lower if those warnings are annoying to you, or maybe not annoying enough. Anyway, let us continue to battle the boar. Okay, Battle of the Boar has been completed. We are going to rest just a bit and continue on our way. Oh, boy, this is boar country. All right. I don't think I'll use toast. I think I'll just fight. This is gonna pretty. There we go. Another boar down. We didn't even get hurt that time. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. Okay, now the road goes up, but it says that our destination is to the west. Let's look at this creature that's coming towards us. A horned chameleon. Tiny skin crystals shift and sort, changing the color of her appearance. A narrow bone extrudes from her head. It is hostile. It's an average difficulty, so we'll have to take care of business here. Let's look at our inventory. How many lead slugs do we have? 33. Maybe. No, let's stick with the bow. Maybe I'm just being stubborn, but. Alright, got 3 good shots in before it got to us, and then it hit us for 3 damage with its bite and cleaved through our armor. So I believe it may have messed up my nullworm skull a bit. I guess it bit us and then headbutted with the bone on top of its head. Alright, it dies. I think, yes, okay. Attacking the chameleon has turned the salamanders against me. So now I'm in a bit of a spot here. And I don't think I'm faster than them. It's not good. So, I mean, I really didn't have a choice. I would have had to have run away from the chameleon in order to not have my reputation with reptiles drop to the point where now the salamanders want to kill me. But I suppose it is what it is. I don't like fighting two creatures at once if I don't have to, so I'm going to sprint a little bit in order to get... Yeah, that's good enough, actually. I'm going to go ahead and toast these fine fellows. Boom. Alright, and then I'm going to, I think, just fight them while they're in the fire here. So focus on this one first. Getting attacked by multiple opponents, of course, is... Oh, I think the fire just basically destroyed everyone. So there are ashes. Matter was crushed, burned, and granulated into a soft powder here. And then there's blood. Alright, I got 11 hit points, so I'm going to hit this button, rest a little bit, and then I'll be on my way. Hopefully there won't be too many more reptiles around. Hostile reptiles, but there is one. Alright. Just moving one space at a time, cautiously and carefully. He was hiding around the corner, wasn't he? It's boar time again. And we're off to the west. At some point, we hope to see a special message declaring that we have found the workshop of the gunsmith. So far, no such luck. I was getting ready to fire, but I think I'm going to look just to make sure. Okay, these lizards are neutral again. Okay, so my reputation with lizards didn't drop. That's not why they were attacking. I think all the ones on that map were attacking because they saw me beat the chameleon up. I feel like bridges are a good sign. I don't know if that's true, but I just feel like we're on our way to somewhere important. Well, we've left the hills, and I don't know if we're maybe off course. Maybe that road is what we're supposed to be following. It said west, but I don't necessarily know that that means due west. Oh, and this is the salt silt. I don't think I really want to get involved with venturing out into that mess. Let's look at the overland map by pressing this little stair button. Okay, here we are. And we're going to use lowercase l to look at this. Okay, so the Snapjaw Fort was there. It said it's to the west, but would it be in the swamp? It could be in the swamp. I'm going to hit the back to our location. I hit the greater than sign to go back into the map. Let's look at the quest one more time. I don't know how to get to the quest log. I'm guessing Q? Yes, Q. Located west along the river that runs through... Okay, along the river. Alright, well, guess what? We kind of followed the road and forgot about the river, didn't we? A little bit. Is this the same river? I don't know. Okay, using the walk key, we're going to go ahead and head this direction. Okay, here's the Snapjaw Fort, or here's the river as it runs out of the Snapjaw Fort. What I'm going to do is try to follow the river. There's a deep pool of salty water in that direction. All right, move there again to start swimming. Okay, here we go. Here is, oh, Snapjaw. Could just run, but now I gotta go see if he had anything good. Bronze longsword. I'm just looking down here. He has a vinewood sap mask and a bronze longsword. So, and I believe those are the same things if I was to look at them. All right. Oh boy, here's another one. All right, west along the river. Let's do the right thing here. Now I am in the river. There's a two-headed boar down there. There's a snapjaw up here. I think what I'm going to do is... Okay, well, we have killed the snapjaw and gone up a level. So we're going to take a quick break to look at our... Is it S for skills? No, it's not. We'll go to inventory. And then we'll go over to the character sheet. Here we go. Buy skills and powers. I don't know how to access this from... I don't know what the keystroke is. Now we have 344 skill points. We're going to go ahead and buy dual wield. Pushing... that you can use the arrow keys to close these menus and open them. So we're going to buy dual wield. Press space, and then we're going to say, yes, we are sure. All right. We have gained the ability to flurry, and so now we have flurry and offhand strikes. Okay, offhand strikes just increases our chance of using our offhand weapon, so that's good. Flurry is an activated ability with a cooldown of 60. You can make an extra attack with every hand, including extra hands granted by mutation or technology. Unfortunately, we are only two-handed so far, so there's that. We're also going to look at our character sheet since we leveled up. We don't have any attribute points, and we still need one more mutation point in order to get a new random mutation. So we will hold off on that, and we will continue to follow this river wherever it shall take us. And then I think we're going to move here, and we're going to start firing at this two-headed boar because he's swimming towards us. Hopefully we can shoot it real good before it gets here. Alright, it's here. Now, let's see if we're better at fighting with the two-handed style. We killed the two-headed boar. Gonna have to swim a little bit and get out of the water here. Found a beaded bracelet. Looks like he's got a bronze battle axe. Oops. Oh. Doesn't like us to go into the water. There's an iron longsword, which we'll take. Alright, gonna do a little bit of swimming to get to our destination. There's a nice campfire, and look, some chests. So we can get some loot, perhaps. Alright, overalls, leather cap. We'll grab these. And we'll grab the bandages, and we'll leave the rest. And we'll have to swim out to this and open it. The chest. Yeah, we'll just take all of this. We had the tab key to take it all. And we're good. You can also pick up chests, and early in the game you can... Ooh! Around the corner and got ambushed. Early in the game, if you can find a chest, you can take it and put it in town somewhere and store your stuff in it. I don't think it's a good idea to carry one around with you, but all right. I said we would pick up iron things, so until it tells us we can't move anymore because we have too many iron things, we'll continue to do that. Alright, following the river requires a lot of swimming, but nobody said this adventure was going to be easy. fight creatures while swimming, I guess. Alright. Take care of those snap draws. This is literally a river running through a canyon. High walls on both sides, and we're just swimming down it, which to me in real life is frightening. I would never do anything like this. But and this shawl is quilted. I don't think that really makes it much more valuable, but we'll grab it anyway. I was going to say Yishwamod is not afraid to swim all the way to his quest location. Okay, here the river goes up. Get the solid ground here and start shooting. Alright. Boar skin gloves. Why not? Let's look at our inventory and our equipment specifically. What do we have on our hands? Worn on hands, nothing. So we could totally wear a boar skin. Some boar skin gloves. Let's wear them. And I think that's it. Another thing you can do, if you feel like you can use the same arrow keys to open and close sections of your inventory, so that you only have to look at the ones you're interested in trying to find at the time. Or if there's a button you can press to close all of them. Alright, there we go. So if we want to know what melee weapons we have, we can just open those and check them out, right? Alright, so we put some armor on. I want to see what's up with this river up here. I feel like, okay, yeah, it goes up to the north. So we're kind of not far from where we would have been anyway, but it may not have been necessary to swim all that way. Alright, and back again to the swampland. So perhaps, I mean, this is west of the river, so I guess we'll kind of make our way into the swamp and see, unless, wait a minute, okay, this is not really a river anymore, it's just a big swampy lake, is it not? I think maybe we follow the water instead. Didn't we go here already? Oof, okay. So this is the reason you don't want to mess around in the silt salt. If we look at this creature, it is a very tough hostile creature. It is a dawn glider. It is flying. This feathered serpent glides upon great leathery wings. The air about his colorful plumage shimmers with heat, and he leaves in his wake a blazing trail. His base demeanor is aggressive. And I know from playing this game previously that he has the ability to basically like shoot a scorching ray of fire from a pretty good distance away, which is why we're going to immediately head back south and not mess around up there at all. Alright, I think that we might be a little bit unsuccessful in finding our goal, but what we're going to do is we're going to swim through this mess and continue to head west and hope that the village or the workshop we're looking for is here, because this is technically still the river. Hey, okay, well, we found some ruins, but these ruins are not necessarily the place we're looking for. So let's look at the walls of this place. Fulcrete. Islands of carbon gravel populate an ocean of bitumen and rise from the horizontal plane toward the emptiness of the air rasp. Time and pressure have laid hairline trenches along the basin. In other words, there's an ancient building here, and it's all cracked and messed up. Darn. Well, we found something, and that's good. So I think in the second half of the next episode, which will be the same session here, we will explore these ruins. All right. Appreciate you all tuning in for the episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.